What's up guys, it's CM Boom back with another video. Yes, I know what you are all thinking. I said last video that I wasn't going to be playing Xdefiant Ranked until it was fixed. But over the weekend, my wife and a few of my friends convinced me that I had to try it out. Before we begin, be sure to give this video a like and be sure to follow me over on Twitch, where I currently stream on Sunday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With that, let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, in the last video, I wasn't going to be playing ranked until all the problems and the systems that were kind of keeping ranked from being the best it could be were fixed. But like I said, I was convinced by my wife and my friends that I really had to try it out. So I figured, oh, what the heck? Let's try it out. Let's see how bad this actually is. So warming up was, the normal. I was, warming up in the practice range. I actually discovered a brand new bug that I was having to where if I'm moving and I go to throw a grenade, it sometimes won't throw the grenade at all. You'll get the animation, but the grenade actually physically won't be thrown. But if you're standing still, it will be thrown. So that was an interesting bug to kind of come across, and it explained why a lot of my nades I felt weren't actually exploding even though I had gotten the animation to throw it. It's because they actually weren't being thrown. The first few matches that I played actually were pretty decent. The only struggles that came were the normal struggles of kind of solo queuing. Not everybody on the team being up to par in terms of skill level, but we kind of pushed through that, and that was expected. That's kind of the same issue that you have in any type of ranked experience where you're solo queuing, and you're just playing with random people. Not everybody's gonna be on the same level, and so that was expected. It wasn't exactly anything that I was surprised. It was frustrating for sure, but nothing out of the ordinary that I felt was different or led to this experience being a little bit subpar. And as per usual, starting in bronze, like any other game, this goes back to kind of the issue with people not always being on the same page, is that it's bronze. It's bronze, and the players that are in bronze again aren't always going to be up to par. A lot of them are sometimes new players who have never had a ranked experience before in their life, and just be aware of that. Just be aware that it's something that happens in every ranked match, every ranked mode for every game. Is those lower level players, yes, they are going to play like lower level players, and for someone like me or anybody else who is dedicated to ranked arcade style shooters like COD or Xdefiant, who have a wealth of knowledge of the game, how to actually play competitively, it's those struggles are going to be there, but just know that that's something you're going to have to push through. And about halfway through the stream, I actually had a guest on, another streamer by the name of Mikeshakey. He joined up, and we kind of queued as a duo. I will actually leave links to his channels in the description below. But yeah, he joined up, and we were having a good time. It was a lot easier queuing with a duo, obviously, as we were able to get information, kind of play off of each other, and it definitely made the experience a lot more enjoyable. I definitely plan on having him around a lot more if he's down for it. And yeah, so that was an awesome thing to do and an awesome thing to have. Really, around this time, about halfway through the stream, with Mike joining and everything, is when I kind of started to see the bugs and all the other issues kind of affecting the gameplay of ranked. Like I said, there was that bug where if I was moving, it wouldn't always throw my grenade when I threw it. That was happening to me. There's also been this bug going around that I have noticed, that if you throw a sticky grenade or any type of grenade after you die, that grenade tends to despawn and not be there anymore, because there were definitely a few times where I would throw a grenade, it would stick somebody, but I would get killed. And because of that, the sticky grenade would despawn off their body and they would end up not dying. Whereas pre-season 1, the grenade wouldn't despawn, and even if I got killed after I stuck them with a sticky grenade, they still would die and I would end up getting the kill. Um, netcode issues. I was dying around corners. There were a few times where I was having hit registration problems to where I would shoot maybe half a mag into somebody and not all of it would register. So I was experiencing a lot of that during this stream. But I think the two most main problems that I experienced, and I was actually kind of interested to see how prominent they were affecting rank, were the issues of teammates leaving and games starting 3v4. I will say the first kind of half of my stream, I really didn't have an issue with teammates leaving. I would say that, it only happened maybe one time, but definitely in the back half of this stream, there were a lot of times that we had a teammate leave in the middle of the match, or we had games starting that were 3 versus 4. We had one match of domination on Showtime that we loaded in with a full lobby, and before the game even started, one of our teammates left. I mean, he left during the operator selection screen, so he left, and we had to start and play the game 3v4. We obviously lost, and I lost a good amount of RP for that. I think I lost like 35 RP, which is a really kind of big chunk, as the amount needed to get in between each rank is 100 RP. So I lost about a third of a rank for playing a game at a disadvantage and losing. So that was something that was definitely not enjoyable and was definitely on the side of frustration that I had with the ranked mode in Xdefiant. And it goes back to something I said, that there really should be systems in place so that this doesn't happen and this can protect your players from this issue. I mean, I wholeheartedly believe that, yeah, that guy could have left. I mean, regardless, sometimes with matchmaking bans and RP penalties, people will still leave. It happens in Call of Duty. People still leave no matter what. If they're going to get a matchmaking ban or lose RP, that will still happen. But the fact that it did happen, and that we had to play a game 3v4 and then also lost RP for it, I think was definitely not fantastic. It was not a good experience to have. Um, that is something that really, really needs to be high in the priority list for Ubisoft and the team over working on Xdefiant. That needs to be something that's solved sooner rather than later. But other than that, I mean, the ranked it was decent. I will say it was a decent experience. It wasn't the most fantastic experience, but it wasn't also completely frustrating to the point where I wanted to quit. I felt that I really more wanted to keep playing so that I could get that amazing ranked experience and have that amazing time that we had been having with Xdefiant during the 6-week preseason. So I kept wanting to push through, and I really am hopeful for this game. I do believe that the team over at Ubisoft and the team working on Xdefiant will eventually get this stuff fixed. But again, that stuff needs to come sooner rather than later. And so, yeah, that is it. That is what I have been experiencing in Xdefiant ranked so far. I will say I'm probably going to continue to play the game despite the issues. But I want to hear from you guys. What has been your Xdefiant ranked experience? How are the bugs and issues affecting your gameplay? And are you going to be continuing to play the game? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.